will of God and not doing it. It's a willful act of disobedience. To know what God wants, but struggle with what you want instead, is diabolical in its nature. To sense God's hand, to hear God's voice, to allow his provision to bless your life, and then not turn your life totally over to a God who's totally taking care of you, is almost insane. Ask your neighbor, you can't be that insane, can you? To know God is blessing you and then be very religious. The big man upstairs taking care of everything, and yet you live your life like he doesn't exist. It's like being a Christian atheist. To say you believe, but live like you don't. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? To come to church, to pronounce you're a Christian, and then live like you're not, until it's convenient for you. I'm here to say that here's what God wants to do in you and in me, is to bring us to a place of perfection. Say perfection. Perfection. So the first thing it does, he said, now I've made you and not you yourself. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and marvelous are God's works in you. And I'm marvelous. I don't know about y'all. I love me some me. Let me tell you, when you understand how powerful God has made you, distinct from the animal kingdom, no other creature exists on the earth like you, looks like you, can swagger, can pop that hip, can flip that wrist, or can sashay down the runway. No other creature exists on this earth like you, and God has favored you to carry himself. The virgin birth talks about the purity of Mary to carry Jesus. But when God totally gets a hold of us, he trusts us with himself enough to allow us to house him and to carry him around the earth to show his glory through our success. See, we are called Mary's baby, Son of God, on the cross, off the cross. We are content with that until we talk about Jesus living on the inside of you. That's the problem, ain't it? Let me give you a big example. You know, have you ever had a conversation and everyone's talking about God? Somebody say God. People talk about God, you know, the big God upstairs, and I believe in God. Oh, I really believe in God. We're going to pray to God that God going to bring us out. Oh, we're going to pray for your family. I got doctors that said they were going to pray for me and pray for my family. And as soon as I said Jesus, y'all never had that experience? As soon as I said Jesus, it changed the whole atmosphere. Because now I identify who I serve. Not any God, the God that gave us Jesus.